Welcome back to the Smugsy Show. I'm Smugsy, your host. Almost every Wednesday we meet here to talk about important things and important people. Tonight, my reflections on my notes from Saturday's performance by Kirk Minihane at the State Theater in Portland, Maine. Where I was and where I am now. Maybe you were there. Maybe you saw me. I had a full-length mink coat on with feather boa, emerald green Wayfarer shades, taking notes. I was working, Jane Goodall essentially observing, and what I observed is that Kirk Minihane is a cult figure. And the show itself was a cross between kind of a Christian revival, a Trump rally, and a Grateful Dead show. A lot of fun, in other words. And the guy is a Renaissance man. I mean, not only does he mini golf, air guitar, sings, dances, well, not so much dancing, runs, jumps, and publicly shames people like no one else. Okay, there was a heckler in the crowd, not for long, but he was heckling, and Kirk Minihane approached him, confronted him, and told him to shut the fuck up, and then got the whole mob to chant, "Shut the fuck up." And before our very eyes, on this poor guy was reduced to rubble. And then, just to put the nail in the coffin, Kirk said, "And crawl away." And this guy, this very small man at this point, did crawl away. And you couldn't, you didn't want to watch, but you could not look. That's the grip Kirk Minihane has on the Minifan. So he has total success. It was an interesting show, interwoven religious themes, dialogue, music. The band, No Exit 4 from Rhode Island, fabulous band. Good songs, couple Tom Petty, Piano Man, Van Halen. Guy stuff, really. Could have used a little percussion, in my view, a little bit more of a boogie as opposed to sort of the air guitar. But this audience is really, I would say, men between the ages of 18 and 70, sort of that demographic. And it's their women who buy them the tickets because they know buying tickets to the Kirk Minihane show is like basically buying them pornography. It's like eye candy for these guys just seeing Kirk Minihane perform. They can't get enough of him. I think his voice is like a spell that has taken over their minds. So he was a huge success. The crowds were crazy for him and well-deserved. In and out, in the coffin, the Justin hug, beating up Clemmer, teasing Mutt for being unemployed, offering the monkey boy job. Debbie was a treat. Just a lot there. The Big Cat filler, very interesting. How does that happen? That Big Cat has a video that's ASMR about Grill on the Hill and chicken and broccoli and Alfredo and steak tips. How does that, does he make that in advance? Did Kirk write the script for him? Did Big Cat write that for Kirk? Grill on the Hill, chicken, broccoli, Alfredo. I think it's part of this sort of cult voodoo that takes place at these shows because people are in a trance. They completely transfixed by this guy, and so he deserves to take a victory lap. No doubt about it. And you know who else deserves a little pat on the back? Yours truly. As I said last week, there's going to be deciding factor. Saturday night was going to decide if we're in or out in terms of this parody account. Okay, you got to just know when to fold them. Well, we're in, baby. Okay. Dozens of people ask me, "Are you really Smugsy?" Mayo, okay, you know him. Normally I'm discreet, but I'll disclose to you, the fans of the show, what he said to me, because I think it's telling. He insisted I take off my glasses, and I did, and he said, "You're even more beautiful in person." And he's right. It's probably the first time he's ever been right in his life, but thank you, Mayo. I agree with you on that point. So my point is that the Smugsy parody account is legit. Okay, we are a thing. People were sneaking up to me, telling me that they support this show. And the mission is simple. Fuck cancel culture. Define yourself. In the face of headwinds, right? Nobody from the Kirk Minihane show helping me along, but still finding my way. Giving out autographs. Handing out merch. We're in. So thank you, Kirk Minihane, for the opportunity, for this platform. A rising star, raises all coattails. That's what Ronald Reagan always says. And you saw my coat. Exciting times. And that's it. Until next time, this is Mugsy taking care.